The circle is like the ocean of the sky. Infinite. This infinite space which things move through. Infinite up, infinite down, infinite east, infinite west, infinite north and infinite south. Beauty above me, beauty below, beauty to my left, beauty to my right, beauty in front of me, beauty behind me, beauty all around me. Beauty. And just the word beauty. Beauty. Beauty, this essence that I am. As I sit here at the center. At the center. And at the center, there's no edge. There's infinite space in all directions. At the center, you become it all. And so there is no distance between a center and the edge. So at this center, which is a heart, your heart, the heart of you, to be that open heart is to stand at the center of the circle of who you are. And the circle, an ancient, ageless symbol for God. The circle of the sun, the circle of the moon, the circle of the earth and all the planets, the circle of the horizon. Circles within circles within circles on into infinity. And so to stand at the center of the circle of who I am is to be one. And that center is quiet. It's just quiet. Even though around me may be all these lines of thoughts and movements, at the center, I am the quiet through which all the noise moves. So this circle is a physical place on the earth that you go to and sit in, physically at the center. It's also a place that has a power that is tangible. But it's also who you are when you are your deepest, truest self, as a kind of symbol, energetically, beauty all around, above, below, within, without, so that you are what everything moves in. And that's the medicine of one. To be the circle that all things move within. Your mind moves, your body moves, your emotions move, spirit moves, just like the birds, the wind, the dogs, the animals, everything moves. You, what they move in. You, the quiet, here. And so, how could you ever throw anything out of the circle? How could you ever throw anything out of one? Because then there wouldn't be one. And so what happens is people, from the time we're very young and perhaps in memories of lives beyond this, because we want to feel good and we want to be happy, we try to push out of the circle our unhappiness, our pain, in the forms of sadness, our grief, our anger, our rage, our terror. With our minds we try to trap it, and it becomes a little spin in the circle. That little spin has a charge of emotion in it. And that charge of emotion spins the mind. And so the mind spins and you listen to it. And you constantly get pulled out of the center as you try to push it out of the circle. So imagine a lifetime of pushing these things away. And they don't go away. They collect. They collect as this charge within your circle of who you are. Constantly pulling you out of the center. Constantly making you think all the time. To control. To find a way to not have to feel the pain. And so at this center is peace. And so with all these charges that have collected within you, they steal your peace constantly. They drive your mind and make it think. So even though you know, even though you're told, even though you can read it, even though the most wise man can tell you, just be quiet. Just be still. Just abide in the awareness that you are. You can't do it because of all these charges you've collected, like movements in the circle that pull you out of the center. And they're all stories. Could be stories that seem like other lifetimes, stories from infancy, childhood, adolescence, and then the stories of our adult life. Because we always want to grapple with our feelings, with our minds. We always need to understand. We always need to pick it apart. We always need to analyze it. The mind becomes something tight. And that tightness is reflected in the fact that when you think, you don't breathe as much. And the essence of the circle, this essence of the circle, as this body, as part of it, is a breath to infinity, without, and infinity within. As a sigh, as a surrender. So the breath, the breathing, is your first connection to this circle that you are. And as you let the air out, it's as if you move towards this center. As if letting your mind drop to the earth. And all that you hold within your body, let it drop to the earth. And let this circle of the earth, this circle of greater you, let all this merge into that circle and become one. Rather than you and who you think you are as holding it as an identity. Identity. Just look at the word identity. Dentist, dental. Your teeth are the hardest thing in your body. Identity is a very hard thing. And you as the center are so soft. Soft as light. And that soft light is a natural protection. Just soft light. And a softness to all the things that you hardened to in the circle throughout your whole life. You hardened and imprisoned it and captured it. And now I invite you to bring it back into the circle. Bring back into the circle what you have not honored within yourself, the movements, without any judgment. For you as this circle has no judgment. For you at the center of this circle has no thought. does not follow the thoughts, does not chase after them out of the center. They move all around you like lines of movements, but you don't follow them. In fact, you as this circle are love, because this circle is infinite space. And when you are spacious, when your heart is spacious, that's love. Spacious as a big breath and a sigh, that's love. So all the things you hardened to and didn't want to feel because you were trying to survive, begin now with your fears and bring them into the circle. Any fear that you have whatsoever, not the thinking about it, but it usually relates to some kind of thing or object or person. So if you've lost your house and you can't pay your mortgage, if your car is falling apart, if your body is falling apart, if you've lost someone, if someone hurt you, whatever the feelings are in relationship to this object that you think about, just bring the object, the person, the thing into the circle and all your feelings in relationship to it. And just breathe and love them all. Let them all move. Let it move. Emotions are energy in motion. They need to move. And what's happened is we haven't let them move. And they block the way. They collect within your very body and energy field around you. And they don't allow you to inhabit the circle of who you are. They sit there like a weight. And they wait for you, for your love, for your spaciousness. Whatever stories you have, and the people involved, when you bring those people into the circle, you bring all your feelings, particularly the ones that you were not aware of, that you did not let move, into the circle, so that you may be free of all these stories that pull you out of the center that you believe in, and in that believing you keep repeating them over and over and over again. So be free now. Be free of all these stories, all of them. Be without a story as you sit in the center. And as you bring in all these things that you've pushed out, it becomes easier and easier and easier to just be quiet. Your own quiet, deep here-ness, presence, through which even the raven can move through. So just breathe as you sit in this center place that connects with all centers. All the little split-off parts of yourself. Be the circle to them. As a love. As a love. As a love. As a quiet. The quiet. The quiet. The quiet. And this is the medicine of one. For you, as that circle, are your greatest medicine.